So the big toe is feeling remorseful. This man's in total damage control right now. And it's over his recent comments regarding Theo Von's emotional state. Over here insinuating that Theo Von might be willing to off himself and, a bunch of other stuff. But he burped out this apology yesterday in his podcast.
I wanted to do this because, number one, because I feel bad. And whenever I feel bad about something, and I felt bad all weekend, I feel like I have to address this. So I did an episode recently with Marcus King. And we were talking about people on antidepressants that can't get off of them, and I brought up Theo. And I brought up this instance where Theo he did a show for Netflix, and it apparently didn't go well, and afterwards he said something to someone in the audience where he said, "I'm just trying to not my own life, or not my own life." I forget exactly how he said it. And I brought that up. I certainly shouldn't have brought that up in that context. And I probably shouldn't have brought it up, period. But I just sort of wanted to kind of explain why I have this thing with Theo where I just want him to be okay. And, we did a podcast a while back where we were talking about, he started talking about Israel, and I was like, I think you're just losing your mind. And a lot of people are like, you're covering for Israel. And it wasn't what I was trying to do. And it is my fault. It's clunky, and I was just trying to talk him off the ledge because I had seen this video, and you'd seen that video too. Yeah. Now, by the way, I've talked to Theo. I apologize to Theo.
So let's dissect this together to see just how bad Rogan royally effed up here. First, he brought up his friend's mental health without his consent. Put it out there for millions to digest. What an asshole. Second, he wasn't even right about his friend's mental health. He stated that Theo Von was spiraling and was willing to, quote unquote, off himself. I know YouTube has some guidelines regarding that, but you know what I mean, that word. And it was so bad that Theo Von actually had to go on Twitter and debunk it. This man even went on Facebook. It's bad when you got to resort to Facebook. This man went to Facebook and said, this man is capped. Where's the privacy? He definitely should have talked to Theo beforehand. Anyways, yesterday in his state propaganda show, he had the one and only Mark Andreessen, where in the beginning of the episode, they talked about how Austin should introduce AI surveillance drones or what the hell. I'm not even joking.
This idea that it's easy to become a billionaire and that these billionaires somehow or another are the problem because they're not paying their fair share is so weird that's a narrative that actually gets pushed through. Yeah, they make more money than everybody else. Right. You could do that too.
I couldn't help myself. I had to show that clip. What an ass. Cringe lord. Anyways, listening to that clip and listening to how Rogan was over here endorsing Mark Andreessen and basically stating he wants AI surveillance drones. Oddly enough, that's the very same thing that Theo Von was having a panic attack about a month ago on Joe Rogan's podcast. This is why I don't believe Rogan. I think he's a total asshole, a mega dick, a bald dick. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. He dedicated the last 20 minutes of the pod yesterday to do a full apology to Theo Von. Something that he's never done before, actually, according to him. Like I said, Joe has been babbling about Theo Von's mental health for like the past 2 or 3 weeks now. It seems like on every single podcast he brings it up. And in this video, we're going to dissect this entire apology because that's what we do. We dissect, damn it. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Here's the second clip.
Where I told him, he started talking about Israel, and people were saying I was covering for Israel. There's people that even say my wife is Jewish. She's not. I don't know why people are saying that, but I get how if you are conspiratorially minded, you would think that that's what I was doing. But if you've listened to the show, you wouldn't think that that's how I've had so many episodes where we criticize Israel. So many so that I brought in Dave Smith to argue with Douglas Murray because I didn't want Douglas Murray to be able to say these things that were promoting this war in Gaza without someone who's very educated, who understands what's going on, which is Dave, and very good at arguing. When you have a good friend, but you don't, like with comics, it's one of the things we see each other every few months. We don't spend a whole lot of time together sometimes. And then you see a guy when you haven't seen him in so long and they start telling you that they're not doing well and you don't know what to do. And that's where I kind of found myself. I mean, I don't know how any other way to say this. I think I've said too much already. But I apologize to Theo. he knows I love him, and he said that, and we laughed and we joked around about it, and I apologize for the way I talked about this, but I felt like I need to explain to other people too, and it certainly wasn't like covering for Israel, and it certainly wasn't like trying to paint him out like he's damaged or.
Joe Rogan looks like he's about to have an aneurysm whenever somebody brings up Israel. Like, what are we talking about? Like, in every single guest. And this buffoon recently had God Sad, aka God Mossad, on his podcast the other day, and God was over here babbling about just how the Iran war is going to be beneficial to the United States. So, like, you know what I mean? Then again, Rogan did push back. But the way I see it, I'm just like, dude, why even platform him to begin with? What are we doing? So you see the hypocritical nature with Joe Rogan. And this happened right after Theo Von was going off about the current global dynamics. You know, Theo Von was throwing jabs at Israel, being very critical, which led people to think, oh, look at Joe now. He's over here insinuating that Theo Von is suicidal after he just criticized Israel, which means he's covering for Israel. And a lot of people in the comment section and Twitter kept suggesting this because, well, Theo has been vocal about Israel, not just on Joe Rogan's pod, but also on his own podcast this past weekend.
For sure, dude. People call him the yarmulke Hitler. That's what they call him.
Who are these people?
Everybody does.
Which people?
Countless.
People?
Huh?
What are you saying?
What do you mean people? You talking about
What are you talking about,
black
dog?
folks? What are you saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Let's not draw conclusions.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But what also, it's like, it's all just a cat and mouse game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's all the same has been happening forever. They haven't been helping anybody forever. They're letting fucking politicians slurp on kids. All of our fucking money goes to Israel. Everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out. And it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going, I don't know, man.
We got to get you off those antidepressants, son. You're losing your fucking marbles.
You think I am?
Come hang out with us. Just chill out.
I'm here.
Just chill out at the mothership tonight.
I do have to pee in a little while, but
This is consistent with every single conversation about Israel. Like, Joe is always like freaking hyperventilating whenever somebody brings up Israel. Like, he's shaking in his boots. He's shaking in his boots, always.
And he said that there were drones in the air all day. You know, there's that Palantir company just keeping tabs on everything that was happening. And
Palantir's involved in Gaza?
Palantir was involved in Gaza, yeah.
For sure? Mm-hmm. Put that into perplexity. Israeli government began using Palantir software in 2014. It significantly scaled up its partnership during the genocide in Gaza, which began in This is for sure a biased source, just by the way they phrase that. So maybe that's not the best source.
Joe's so fucking annoying, dude. He's so fucking annoying. You know what I mean? Palantir is involved in Gaza. We know this. It's been reported. And he's over here playing dumb. He is. He's doing his best Tucker Carlson impression. What is this? What is this? You know what I mean? For a guy like Rogan who dishes out medical advice like they're freaking free Costco samples, this man really is going to try to come across as he doesn't know anything about Palantir. Peter Thiel has him by the balls. Also, Israel is reportedly using Palantir in its Gaza genocide. So that's another reason why Joe Rogan wants to keep quiet about it.
And last time I was on the podcast, he was explaining it to me. And it freaks me out because I know Theo has had conversations before, like even publicly. And then he goes down these spirals where he starts talking about world events and freaking out. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I got to help this dude.
Again, regarding this, Theo tweeted about it, posted on Facebook, damn it, you know what I mean, for all the boomers to see. I mean, Theo has been going through it. I mean, he had a rough 6 months, 7 months. We talked about, obviously, him bombing in his Netflix special. Also, DHS using a video of his without his consent, basically to promote ICE, which led Theo Von spiraling. Also, Theo Von's been saying multiple times on podcasts that he believes that he's being followed and stalked. Like, you know, his anxiety was spiking. Like, his anxiety was going through the roof. But anyways, let's get back to Rogan's apology.
Treat him like a child. I just want him to be okay. And when you're dealing with someone, or when you have like had experience dealing with someone where it winds up going very badly, and then you're just left with this feeling like, what could I have done? You know, I didn't do a good job of it. You know, especially like the Marcus King thing. Like, that's terrible what I did. I didn't mean to. I was just trying to. You don't think sometimes when you're in the middle of a podcast, you're just having a conversation. You don't think about the impact that it's going to have. That's one of the reasons why, you know, podcasts are so weird, because like you're in the middle of trying to be entertaining, but you're also just having a conversation.
This man's backpedaling. This man's moonwalking, bruh. He's moonwalking. Also, for somebody who's never online, according to him, how the hell does he know that he's getting all this scrutiny on the internet? It's probably Jamie, but like, I'm pretty sure this man's on the internet. Like, what are we talking about? Also, for a guy who's had friends who have unfortunately taken their lives, he should have a better understanding of how to navigate during these tough times. Instead, he seemed like he amplified it. You know, he put Theo Von's business out there, which could lead this man spiraling for real this time. And this is Theo Von we're talking about, a man who suffers from anxiety and depression. And he told this man to get off his antidepressants. Does he not realize how dangerous that is? Like, Rogan's had friends who have taken their lives, and the best advice that he can give to another friend that he thinks may do the same is to get off his antidepressants. That's insane. What an asshole. What a dick. What a loser.
And every time she's tried to get off, it's been devastating.
Yep.
And I know people that have also been on them that they try to get off them, like my friend Theo Von, and the roof falls off. And like every time he starts talking about something that drives him crazy, I just got to kind of rein him in and just like calm down. Like, you know, if you've had friends their lives, and I've had a few.
Mental health is wealth, everybody. We know this. I promote this. I try to on my channel a lot. Mental health is wealth, damn it. SSRIs, I know the degree of effectiveness varies on a case-by-case basis, but it does work for a good majority of people. But, you know, everybody has their own coping mechanism. Everybody has their own treatment plan. You know, but still, this is supremely fucked up by Rogan to say this. And to promote this out loud. To promote this on his pod. What the fuck is wrong with him?
I just felt terrible about it. And I told him I would never bring it up publicly again. But I think it is important to let people know that aspect of it. So I'm going to call him and clear this with him and make sure he's cool with me saying this, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be. And that's it. So I'm a human and I'm flawed like all of us, and I fuck up, and it's probably not the last time. It's definitely not. I'm going to fuck up again. But my intention is never to hurt anybody, ever.
My intentions are not to hurt anyone. Yet this man's a puppet for the Trump admin. He continuously endorses and tries to sell Palantir to his fan base. You know, Palantir, the very same entity that wants to turn this country into a surveillance state. This man platforms and humanizes tech oligarchs who are robbing and pillaging the common class to extinction right now. And his comedy sucks. This man is hurting the entire world right now with his actions.
I mean, I very rarely, if ever, even get upset at anyone other than like corrupt politicians. But I do my best to just try to be a good person, spread positivity, and grow and learn.
This imbecile platformed and humanized Trump, the biggest con man in American history. Vance, a creation of Peter Thiel, damn it, you know, who wants to introduce the Palantir era. John Fetterman, amongst others. I could go on and on. What are we talking about? All he has is corrupt politicians on his pod. The state propaganda show. Oh my God. I'm done, dude. I'm done. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think. He's a piece of shit. I think in summation, a bald piece of shit who's not funny and who's, you know, friends with lizards. What the fuck? I'm done. Take care, everybody. Mental health is wealth. Please remember that. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Please. I'm out, y'all. Peace.